I don't know why, but I've been thinking a lot today about the black codes.
If you speak Spanish or have brown skin, you are in danger. My family's in danger. And we have to step up. We have to be the change. We have to spread the word.
Hey guys, how are you all doing? It's Sagara Cindy. Welcome back again to another video. I trust you guys are having a beautiful time today. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. I was just going through TikTok and I saw this video.
So a decision was made yesterday by the Supreme Court, approved by Donald Trump and company, that if you are a non-white man and you speak with a different dialect, have a different accent, speak with a little twang, they are liable to lock you up and place you in holding for a few days while they check your citizenship. If you happen to be a legal citizen, you get let go. Problem is, most jobs, if you go no contact with your job and you don't report that you went, took a break, got locked up, whatever the case may be, they are liable to fire you. So this is by design to not only try to get rid of people of color from this country, but to screw the people of color who are left in this country. And you guys said that ICE and Trump and all that is not about race. And y'all keep mentioning Obama, like leftists keep mentioning Obama for some weird reason. I don't know why. Because Obama wasn't doing this. Biden wasn't doing this. This is racism. Don't matter if you're Asian, Mexican, Pacific Islander, Haitian, Jamaican, don't matter. You speak with an accent and you ain't white, you're screwed. Mind you, this is what he's able to pull off the first 10 months in his second term as president. We didn't even hit the halfway marker yet. So I hope everybody who voted for him and didn't vote at all or voted third party, I hope y'all got what y'all wanted.
So after seeing that video, I quickly went on Google because of course Google is free, and that is why we tell people whatever you don't understand, baby, make use of Google because it is free. So I saw this headline from The Guardian's, credit to them. It says, U.S. Supreme Court effectively legalized racial profiling. So the court ruled that the federal agents can stop people in LA based on race, language, job, or location amid Trump's crackdown. And it went on to say that the Supreme Court has effectively legalized racial profiling, granting federal agents the power to stop people in Los Angeles simply for speaking Spanish or appearing Latino. You can please pause to read the rest. I just thought to bring these videos here because people are reacting to this breaking news. But then again, some people are asking, why are people surprised? Especially black people, because I have seen a lot of videos on TikTok reacting to this news right here, and I have put those videos together. Of course, I need you to stay with me. Let's find out what people are saying.
So 6 of these unelected geriatric idiots are just going to let Trump do whatever the hell he wants to do at this point. They just lifted the ban on racial profiling and immigration raids in LA. So now Trump's Gestapo force, I'm going to call it what it is allowed to continue profiling Latinos in LA, arresting them, accosting them, kidnapping them, just because they fit the look that ICE thinks is an undocumented person. This is so evil. They're also letting Trump fire the FTC lady for now. They're saying, well, we're going to lift the restrictions on this while it's pending litigation, and then whatever comes out of the litigation, he's just going to appeal it to you because 6 of you are going to let him do whatever the hell he wants to do. Keep in mind, these are unelected people that are appointed. Typically, ideologically, they're either conservative or liberal. They're unelected and they serve lifetime terms. This is insane.
Look, I'm not sure why you all are always so shocked when a discriminatory or racist law is passed or upheld in this country. I'm not going to even hold you. They used to eat us. Do you hear me? They wore our teeth as dentures. I don't understand where the shock comes from. There had to be a law put in place to say, hey, you can't own people. Do you hear what I'm saying? There was a war started because people wanted to own people in this country. There's no shock value left for us. We told you all. And the Supreme Court, 6-3, has said, yes, ICE can racially profile people. They can pull you over for no reason as long as you are Latino. That is not shocking. We have told you all that for years. Do you remember stop and frisk? Is anybody having like a memory lapse? Like, what's going on? That man, that walking piece of stomach bile is only magnifying, letting you see under the microscope what we've been told you. This country is racist. From the way that we had to cover our hair up to the reason why they just built entire highways through our doggone neighborhoods. The whole thing, racist.
I don't know why, but I've been thinking a lot today about the Black Codes, which were laws that rose up in former Confederate states right after the Civil War ended, so 1865, 1866. These laws were intended to police the newly freed Black population of these southern states. And basically what they did is they took all of the slave codes that they could still apply and kind of just changed the word from slave to Black person, a different word at the time. I'll give you some examples in a second, but the reason I've been thinking about this a lot lately is that to me, it seems like evidence of kind of a dying civilization, a group of people whose way of life is gone or is obsolete, and it's becoming clear to them that their way of life is obsolete. In this case, we're talking about the kind of Confederate South, this like planter aristocracy who all of a sudden is losing their most valuable resource, their free labor. And they're realizing that just like the general consensus, not just in their country, but eventually also around the world, is rising against them. It's saying like the things that you're doing are not okay, and we're not going to keep doing those in this like future country that we're looking towards. And they feel threatened and defensive, and so they have to pass these like incredibly oppressive laws to continue to forcefully assert their superiority, because they know that without them, we'll find out that they aren't superior at all. So here are some examples of Black codes that were passed just in the state legislature of Mississippi. One of the biggest ones was that you couldn't be unemployed. So basically, if anyone, but especially if law enforcement, they were former slave catchers and then they became Southern police forces, if they saw a Black person out during the day, they were like, why aren't you working? You're supposed to be working, and they could throw you in prison. And guess what? They could then use your prison labor as slave labor, right? The 13th Amendment only abolished slavery except as punishment for a crime. This is what we talk about if you've seen 13th or you've read Michelle Alexander, and like the criminalization of Blackness, that they just needed to find another way to basically put mostly Black men kind of back in chains. You couldn't have a public meeting of Black people without written permission from the government, and you couldn't have any sort of public meeting, like gathering of Black people after sunset. You couldn't be a state representative. It just said like no person shall be a representative of Mississippi unless you're a white man. That's like literally what it says. Here are some other examples you can pause and read. But what I'm describing to you is a society in which it was perfectly legal and actually encouraged for white people, especially law enforcement, to determine if someone was legal or not based entirely on the color of their skin.
So the U.S. Supreme Court today overturned Judge Frimpong's injunction from June 11th, saying that in LA, the ICE agents needed to follow well-established law by the Fourth Amendment. They needed something more than just a person's race or how they look. And today, Trump's U.S. Supreme Court ruled that their ethnicity, the language they speak, the type of jobs that Latinos have, gardening, construction, can all be used as reasonable suspicion. Law professors are throwing out their curriculums because all established law is out the window. Latinos, regardless of citizenship status or immigration status, now have diminished rights under the Constitution. This is Trump's Supreme Court. And it seems now as though the law will change with whatever Trump requests. So we'll see where this leads us.
So it is official. SCOTUS just made it possible, made it legal for ICE to detain anyone that looks Hispanic or speaks Spanish. So basically anyone who has my same skin complexion and speaks Spanish like I do. This is a direct violation of our 14th and 4th Amendment rights. We all know that the majority of these cosplay wannabe Call of Duty fucking wannabe ICE agents that Trump selected probably failed sociology class. So they don't know the difference between Puerto Ricans who are born in America, who are my skin complexion, and South Americans. So now SCOTUS has made it possible for people like myself who were born here, who served this country. And because I speak Spanish, if I decide that I want to go out with my mom one day and we decide that we want to say something in Spanish or whatever, we can be detained. This is not America. The America that we once knew disappeared 8 months ago. And the America that I once served proudly and honorably no longer exists. For any Latino or any Hispanic or anyone for that matter who is not from this country that is coming to this country to come and visit, this is not the America that used to be. Stay your ass at home. Don't give America not one more dollar. Don't come over here. Don't go and tour all of the, different historical places. Don't do it. Because it's bad enough that American citizens like myself who are Hispanic now have to watch our backs.
Hard time to be Latino in this country. I feel like it's really heartbreaking to hear, the decision that came out yesterday from the Supreme Court that now it's okay to racially profile people, to target places where low-wage workers gather for daily labor, that speaking Spanish. It's okay to target somebody because they speak Spanish, and especially as a mom, I'm putting so much effort to try to teach my daughter Spanish, and to think that teaching her Spanish could make her a target. And obviously, I was born in this country, my daughter was born in this country, but it feels like it doesn't even matter. This is not even about doing it the right way. This is not about being legal, whatever that even means. It's not about being documented. It's about racism. And today, I just don't have it in me to, I'm just really sad. I don't have it in me to pretend. I don't have it in me to get up on this app and film a silly little outfit video, because I'm really heartbroken. And I know that my kids feel it. I hear it in the halls. I hear them talking to each other. I hear them trying to comfort each other. They come in here and, it's real. This affects real people. On the first day of school, we had ICE vehicles parked right outside our campus. Nobody came in. They just stayed in their vehicles. But it was like a message. I'm sorry, I'm emotional, but you know what? I'm a therapist and I'm always encouraging people to let their emotions out. So I'm just letting myself be vulnerable and share how I really am feeling and not hold it in. But yeah, it was the first day of school. The first day of school when parents are so excited to bring their kids. And I don't care how old your kid is. If you're a parent, you get it. That first day of school is so emotional. People take time off work. People sacrifice. They show up because they want to drop off their kids. And when my students came to school on the first day of school, there was an ICE vehicle parked right outside. I called my principal and I'm like, hey, what's going on? She said, I don't know. I don't know why they're here. But they're here. We're ready to protect our students. We won't let them in unless they have a warrant. But that was enough to intimidate a lot of parents who saw the vehicle and turned around and didn't come in. This is a school that serves 95% Latinos, and I don't know, just like this news, and this has been ongoing. Like, there's been a lot of rapes in this community. It's really hard to be a Latina in Los Angeles today on September 9th. It was really hard yesterday on September 8th, and it's been really hard summer, and even graduations were really hard, and we've all been trying to like hold it in and keep it together for our kiddos, but I feel like it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
Okay, do y'all know what these are? These specifically? Yeah, the average person doesn't know what those are. They see them on benches and ledges in public spaces and just think it's part of it. But skaters know exactly what these are. Because what's random to you was meant for them. They're called grind stoppers or skate stoppers. They're meant to stop them from grinding on these things, meant to keep skaters out of these areas. Okay? Now, do you know what this is? Or this? Yeah, to the average person, they just think it's a divider and a bench. It's just spikes on the floor to make the design look good. It's a design style. It's aesthetic. But to homeless people know exactly what those are. Because what's random to you was meant for them. Those dividers in the bench was meant to keep them from sleeping on the benches. Those spikes on the floor was meant to keep them from congregating or laying down or getting comfortable in those public spaces, in those specific areas. Now, there's a basketball court in Fort Lauderdale right now that's being replaced with a pickleball court right there on the beach. Now, there's a lot of other sand and opportunity to build a pickleball court, but that's not what they're doing. They're removing the basketball court. Now, the average person is going to say, well, the rising popularity of pickleball, it makes sense. You replace a sport that nobody's really playing anymore with a sport that everybody's playing. But to the people that live in that area, the people that coach it, the people that's playing basketball over there, they know exactly what's happening because what's random to you was meant for them. It was meant to keep the type of people that's playing basketball in those areas out of those areas and replace them with the type of people that's playing pickleball in those areas in that area. You understand it now? Okay, back to my original thought. What is this? What is this? I guess I got a question. What does an American look like to you? I guess that don't matter. What do you think an American looks like to the administration? Because they the one that make the rules. They the ones that send the people out and get the people picked up. So what do you think they look like to the administration? Personally, I feel like immigrants come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, languages, in jobs, in different locations. But it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what the administration thinks. So I'm asking y'all, where do you think they finna go to pick up these immigrants? What skin color you think they gonna have? What languages you think they gonna speak? What you think they gonna look like? Do you think the administration is gonna pick up people that look like them? You out your mind? I just want you to think. Now, nothing is random, okay? Everything is built for somebody, and the closer you look, the longer you stare, the clearer it becomes. But we knew that because what was random to you was meant for us. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. You know I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, stay out of trouble.
For those that don't know, the Supreme Court ruled Monday for the Trump administration and agreed U.S. immigration agents may stop and detain anyone they suspect in the U.S. illegally based on little more than working at a gas station, at a restaurant, at a car wash, speaking Spanish, or having brown skin. That is all they need. If you speak Spanish or have brown skin, you are in danger. My family's in danger. And we have to step up. We have to be the change. We have to spread the word. Make sure to keep your family as safe as you can. Let them be informed. And that's the best that we can do. But, yep. The Supreme Court ruled this on Monday for the Trump administration.
So the Supreme Court just ruled that immigration enforcement can use race as a factor
to go after people for deportation. This same Supreme Court 2 years ago ruled that you cannot use race as a factor to promote diversity in college admissions. So we can use race as a factor to target people for deportation, but we can't use race to promote diversity in colleges. So basically, the Supreme Court is doing whatever Donald Trump tells the Supreme Court to do. There's also a case that's going to be heard by the Supreme Court in October in regards to the Voting Rights Act, where a group is trying to ban the use of race in redistricting. So when they draw up these voting maps, they can draw lines through minority strongholds and take away their voting power. So it'll be interesting to see how the Supreme Court rules on that use of race. But it seems pretty obvious how they're going to rule.
I took some screenshots of comments randomly so you guys can see what other people said. You all know how we do it here. You can please pause to read these comments if you want to. So I thought y'all don't see color. What happened? I do get this comment like literally every day. Cindy, why do you always talk about racism? We don't see color. We love everyone, blah, blah, blah. This is it. Y'all don't see color. We welcome everyone. Stop talking about racism. Racism has ended. Why are you always talking about racism? Why is everything about race? I get to see these comments. Now you can see it. That clearly everything is about race. Anyways, you guys, I thought to bring this video here because in the comment section, people are mad. People are saying all sort of things. You can, pause to read them like I said. They are expressing themselves like literally some of them are calling out the ones that voted for President Donald Trump. Are you not satisfied? You are happy that this is happening? And from the comments that I've read so far and the videos that I've watched, a lot of people are asking everyone to speak up about this. Lend your voice. Let me know what you all think in the comments, guys, because this is what is trending. And I thought to bring these reaction videos, especially to those that are not on TikTok, so you guys can see and know what is happening. And of course, what people are saying about this news. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, comment, and of course, come back for another video. I'm gonna see y'all in my next one. Y'all have a lovely day. Bye.